down. On your feet.
Here.
Hello viewers, and today I think I have found what I think is the best way that you can use the LC10 submachine gun in Warzone. The LC10 was actually really popular a couple of months ago in Warzone as an iron sights SMG. I'm not sure if it underwent some kind of nerf or if just some big Ubers simply stopped using it, so therefore everyone else did. But I gave it a go yesterday and I stuck on the VisionTech 2x scope, which is actually a 1.7x scope, but I'll get into that in a minute. But I found out that it was absolutely amazing at pretty much any range. Even though it became a little bit of a pea shooter after a certain distance, the damage drop off is only after 20 meters. So once it extends past 20 meters, then the damage drop off is pretty much the same throughout the rest of the distance. But before I break down these attachments for you and show you some awesome gameplay and a really good win that I got with a random duo in Warzone, it would be amazing if you could consider subscribing to the channel. I try and upload videos like this pretty much every day, or at least as often as I possibly can, and I really enjoy doing it and getting your feedback and seeing what other off-meta weapons people want to see on the channel. So thank you for being a part of this channel and thank you for watching. Feel free to pause the video here as these are the attachments that I'm using in the gameplay. And so starting off in the muzzle attachment slot, as we very often do, I'm using this extremely funky looking agency suppressor. This is the Poison Dart blueprint, if any of you are wondering. I think it was one of the final tier unlocks 1 or 2 seasons ago. But anyway, the agency suppressor is something that we like to think of as a beefed up monolithic suppressor from the Modern Warfare series of weapons. And that's because, as well as providing that all important sound suppression, we get a 10% boost to damage range, as well as a 5% reduction to vertical recoil, which is ideal for a submachine gun that maybe doesn't have fantastic damage range at longer distances, but we can make sure that every shot counts with the reduction to recoil. But the biggest boost comes in the form of a bullet velocity with a 20% boost. As I mentioned at the beginning of this video, it's the VisionTech 2x scope, which is probably the standout attachment on this little SMG. Even though it says it's a 2x magnification, if you actually measure the pixels for what it reveals when you aim down sights, it's more of a 1.7x zoom. But nonetheless, this is an ideal sort of zoom for a SMG that is boosted in such a way that it's good at long range, but still extremely versatile in the short and medium range. It will only add 8 milliseconds to the aim down sight time, and so we're essentially gaining a clearer sight picture and a little bit of a zoom pretty much for free. Not forgetting that this is of course an SMG, even though we're going to be using it at all sorts of ranges. We want to make sure that we're nice and manoeuvrable in those close range fights, and so the SAS combat stock will really help us with this because it will improve primarily the aim down sight walking movement speed by 14%. This means that we can be that little bit harder to hit when we're aiming in and sidestepping from left to right, forward and backwards when we're firing at the enemy, and it just increases that chance that they're going to miss their bullet and we're going to secure the win for that particular battle. Of course, to maximise as well that medium and long range effectiveness with that VisionTech scope, we want to make sure that the recoil control is as good as it possibly can be, and the field agent grip is the best in its class when it comes to the underbarrel attachment slot, because this will reduce vertical recoil by 15% and it will also reduce the horizontal bounce by 15% as well. This simply means that the crosshair will not bounce around as much in any direction when we are full auto firing. And for the final attachment, I just wanted as many bullets in the magazine as possible before we've got to spend precious time reloading. Sometimes you may want something that is a little bit of a smaller magazine, and therefore you maybe are a little bit more agile, particularly with the aim down sight speed, because the Stanag 55 round mag will increase your aim down sight speed by 41 milliseconds. This means that we are going to be aiming in that slightly little bit slower, but you will see in the gameplay that it is still absolutely rapid, even for an SMG. But primarily we're getting 21 rounds in the magazine, and that is something that I pretty much can't play without, because I really like to spray at the enemy and not have to spend time reloading, because then you're just putting yourself under pressure. But let me know if you give this weapon a go. I'd be really interested to see actually what you pair it with. I paired it with some Akimbo Magnums from the Modern Warfare series of weapons, and I didn't actually use them once because this LC10 is that versatile. I didn't even have to rely on those Magnums in the super close range. But anyway, let me know if you give it a go nonetheless. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video and subscribe if you'd like to see more. Thank you very much for watching, and enjoy the gameplay. Okay, another post commentary for this video, as I was recording on my memory card and unfortunately it doesn't record the VoIP in the game. Good start though with the OTS and the shotgun. There's a team wipe. So this guy that I was playing with, he was a really good player, to be honest. We both worked together really well. We weren't too aggressive than the other person. We just sort of played quite well together. Didn't have to talk too much. We sort of just knew what we were doing. But now you can see we're moving towards this shop. I just dropped the money for him, and there was people fighting here, so I'm going to use up the cluster strike and get rid of their helicopter so they can't make an escape.
Cluster strike away.
And very cleverly, he gets the loadout on the roof. The roof has actually got a wall around it, so he can't get sniped while we're getting it. I'm going to grab my LC10. And we just got to slowly move towards where they are now. There was people in that restaurant there. So I just about downed that guy, but still got it done. Put plenty of pressure on them now, and my teammate now, you can see he's pushing them. I'm just watching out to see if we're going to get third party, but it looks like we're okay. Did have a little think about swapping my Magnums, but I want to keep them just in case. There's the guy in the window, look. Don't really want to shoot him from there. And I'm defeated by a bin. Finally got up onto the roof. Got that down again. Nice little grenade through the window. And then finish off his mate. And it was at this point where I was like, okay, this LC10 is actually a really good weapon, even at that medium and long range. Of course, it doesn't really help when a mine goes off in your face, but I managed to survive.
No time to sleep on the top.
Enemy UAV overhead.
I'm just gonna go and grab this recon and just get an idea of where the circle's going, because it's one of those circles where it's very likely you're going to have to cross a river to get to the next section of the circle as it shrinks. So, but we can see a car coming. I tell him to go and get a UAV, and I'll go and get the secure, but this car comes in.
Enemy UAV overhead.
One down, so it's a 2v1 now.
Be advised, enemy team is tracking your location.
Sort of think we'll go for a bit of a pincer movement if I go around this way. I see on the map he's right on the corner, look. I think he must have thought I was right there.
Gas is closing, get to the new safe zone.
But he somehow absolutely books it down this little concrete fence line.
Tracking enemy.
Don't know how he got down there that fast. Anyway, teammate finishes him off though, and we're all good. And then we realise, why did they pull up? That's because they've got their own secure here, look.
Who needs a shotgun?
Anyway, we're going to go and get our own secure finished. And then we've just noticed that the bounty, because teammate's been hunted, it's gone orange. So we've really got to keep an eye out for these guys now. Because I think when it's orange, it means they're between 100 and 50 metres away. So You really got to be careful.
Primary objective accomplished. Recon intel secured.
It's just so it's gone red, and then straight away here we've got the enemy on the heartbeat. But 'cause I'm in a building, is he round the corner? Is he in the attic? Or is he on the roof? And I literally don't know. But I can see that truck coming as well, so I don't want to sort of get pitted with several teams. So I'm thinking, dead silence, get up this stairs and finish off one guy. And that was just a combination of really bad timing and bad shooting. But the teammate finished him off, and then we made a bit of an escape after I'd come back from the gulag. Into the centre of the circle a bit more. Typically, we pull up next to someone, unintentionally obviously.
Still standing.
Did get some very important damage done to that guy for my teammate to finish him off, but we actually noticed it wasn't my teammate that got the kill for that. It was someone to the east, and so we've got to armour up as quick as we can now and see where those players are. We're thinking it's probably best if we just back away. So he breaks teammates' armour there, but there was also someone jumping off the gym roof, so we know that there's two, and they could very quickly close down on us here. So we're just going to push away. At the moment now, we're sort of just waiting for the circle to close, so we can see sort of where we've got to go, because it could potentially be a very open circle, as you're hopefully about to see. At the moment, my teammate's got a sniper, so he's definitely dealing with the long range shots, and I was just seeing how much bullet drop I had. Anyway, so we have a quick look at the map, and it's very, very open. So we decide, I suggest to go maybe there. You've got cover, so you're not getting shot from the airport. It's fairly central. So here we go.
Enemy UAV overhead.
Quick little 360 check on the heartbeat. No one within 50 metres that don't have ghost. Of course, that doesn't rule out that we're completely safe. We've got a good amount of money.
Everyone's in the safe zone.
We decide his teammate's going to grab a UAV, and I've just grabbed a precision for if he downs anyone with his sniper rifle. So he sees someone in storage, but I see these people over by this shop, and I think it's a perfect opportunity to gatekeep these guys. And they are clearly running towards us, and here they are. And they've got a loadout as well, look. But then, unfortunately, teammate goes down and he says, oh, he's on the roof. But he's got ghost, so I have no idea where he is. So I don't want to engage on those two there, because otherwise I'm just going to get shot from both sides. And I've noticed they've gone to the left, and the only way or place you can go is up the grapple. So I'm hoping that if they go up the grapple, they're going to fight the guy that killed my teammate. But, as you can see, the guy that killed my teammate has dropped down. So I'm just going to push along here.
Gas is inbound. Marking new safe zone. Teammate redeployed to the AO.
That was particularly good to see that my teammate has managed to come back. I told him to hang on a second because the loadout was going to drop. As you can just see, it has here.
Enemy UAV overhead.
I said just go for that and I'll meet you there.
Enemy UAV overhead.
So we're in a fairly good spot here, but the thing that's going to be tricky now is people shooting you from on top of the very top of airport roofs, so you've got to be careful of that. So using this concrete fence as best as I can, but obviously as well keep moving, because in 15 seconds roughly the circle's going to start closing and pushing everyone airport side towards me. There's only going to be so many people up the hill into the woodland bit, and they're probably going to have sniper rifles. So it's just about timing really, and choosing a good spot to go to.
Over here.
Teammate spotted someone over there, but he doesn't have a sniper rifle, it turns out, because I also see someone
Everyone's in the
up
safe
the
zone.
hill in a moment. Give my teammate some armour. See, I've noticed someone here now, and I ask him if he's got a sniper,
Hostile
and
in the open.
since he's spawned, he's swapped his weapons, which is probably a pretty strategically sound thing to do, really, with it being imminently shorter range firefights.
Hostile in the open.
We can sort of just leave him be. He looks like he's sort of on his own, so he probably will get finished off being out in the open like that. Right.
Contact!
I've seen two people there. I think that was the luckiest grenade throw in the world to get that guy finished off. Teammate quickly checks around the corner, and there's no one there because it was a team wipe. Gets me up nice and quick. Luckily, I've got that new tempered perk, so I can armour up extremely quickly. That one already, and I did see someone further away. Teammate finished him off, and I did see someone further around to the left as well. There we go.
Shot's good.
Nice little speedy double kill. Get a little bit of ammo just in case. Could have done with getting a lethal in hindsight, really. I've just remarked that position of that guy because my teammate didn't know where he was. And then I've just heard a character die, actually. So I'm thinking, okay, someone was downed and they drowned sort of in the gas. Which made me think, you know, there's got to be someone there. And lo and behold, there was. Teammate finished him off. And now we're moving up to the west, up the hill. And the only places we've really got to worry about now is up there, up that hill, and on top of the motorway, really.
We have to get to the safe zone.
Or whatever you want to call it, the junction. Because it's highly likely we've killed most of the people from beneath us. Just got to get some good solid cover. We're in the circle here, pretty good spot I'd say. Unless there's someone right above us. Which, as you can hear, there was. There's a sniper. We've got to deal with these guys, though. Combat scout working nicely there. Marking him for my team. And he gets the down. He says, behind the tree. And then I make the most of that precision.
This is Tracker 3-1, good copy. Strike inbound.
Finished and down. Teammate finishes him off, and then I see it's 2v1. I know he's up here because I heard the sniper. Get the armor break, he downs me, but my teammate finishes him off, and that's 8 kills each, almost 5,000 damage, and a very satisfying win with an LC10 with a 2x scope. You've really got to try out that LC10 if you weren't already convinced by the introduction and my breakdown of the attachments. I hope that gameplay really shows off how good and versatile that weapon can be. But anyway, if you made it this far into the video, thank you very much for watching, and leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and subscribe if you'd like to see more. Thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you in the next one.